The longing to be happy, to be loved, to be desired, to be wanted, to be beautiful, to be chosen, to bear good fruit in the world, like all of these things, like I don't know how to fulfill these. Nobody that I knew could. Maybe a lot of my story growing up was just like not feeling like I had a place to be, to belong. Even in the midst of my family that's so big and like loving and caring, but like just feeling very different from everyone. I didn't know what to do with that. There's so much of our lives that are prepared. Like before we even take our first breath, the Lord has every day of life prepared for us. I was required to go on this confirmation retreat. I was just so against it because I just didn't think that God had any answers to that longing. I walked into this huge stadium where people were just singing songs of praise to God, and it was like mind-blowing. When you see the fire of other people's hearts burning, it makes your own heart burn more and more too. There were so many incredible moments, but there's one that I don't think I'll ever forget. On Saturday night, they brought Christ to us. And even though there's a stadium filled with thousands of teens who are typically distracted, every eye was on him. I didn't know that Jesus was truly present in the Eucharist until that weekend. I don't know why I had never heard that reality before. It's one thing to hear it, but it's another thing to experience it. It was just the first time that I had ever opened the door to Jesus Christ and allowed him to enter in. I needed fear to be cast out first in order to receive it. My life had been pretty hidden because I didn't feel like I was good enough to be seen. You're alone, you don't matter, like no one cares about your life or like your troubles or your joys. You'll never be enough. All these lies that are on constant replay that I had like told myself or that I've been told by others or that the evil one tries to keep us captive in, and that like deeply wounds us. But I think I allowed the Lord's truth to awaken all of those deadened parts that I tried to ignore, tried to like make them go away. There is a place that we belong. That night in adoration, he spoke to me. Lindsay, I don't want to give you away to any other man. I want you to be mine. Like, will you be mine forever? Those words have always been heavy on my heart since then. It's an invitation that you can't ignore. I'm going to be entering the convent and further discern that is where the Lord's calling me for the rest of my life. I think the biggest surprise about Christianity and following Jesus has been that it totally is just a story of falling in love. All of us are called to deep intimacy with the heart of Christ.